What if awakening was like Google Maps? You plug in your destination and you follow really clear instructions so you can measure, and with simple practices do what counts. So you build the habit to awaken, to get yourself to that place called enlightenment, which I define here as phase 3 of abidance, abiding awakening, abiding presence. And it has very specific characteristics. And the path there is mapped out really clearly here on this website. There is the 9-pillar framework, which gives you the structure of how to go about it, that anybody can do. Like abiding awakening, enlightenment level 1, which I call phase 3. There's 2 phases to get there. It's a matter of doing what I call pillar 1, correct presence practice. Not presence practice, correct presence practice, because it's the correct habit. So you know you are present. So you can check the steps, the 4 steps of the presence practice. The first 3 you do, and the divine, God, does the 4th, grace. And they grow, and it becomes more stable, and you are customized. Your ego gets used to this whole process. You will see in this website, I make it pretty clear, you need your ego to hit abiding presence and then to go beyond. And if you fall into the second cycle of enlightenment, which is phase 5 and above, the transpersonal, if you don't have your stable ego in place, so you can cope with being merged with other conscious entities, you will go nuts. Yeah, you'll end up in the loony bin with all those lovely padded cells and lots of pills. Because that's what happens. Carl Jung has it right. The self with the big S merges with the little s self, character, person, and you are symbiotic. It's a symbiotic relationship. What happens is, as you practice presence correctly, which is step 1, viscerally in your body, because all of your neurology is required for you to anchor yourself with the big S, your spirit, your soul, your divine connection here on this planet. And that's the test. It's not about floating off with the angels. So you can handle life. 7 billion people have faced life in the last 2 years, with the pandemic. So how'd you do? Was the permanent connection to the isness here with you the whole time, consciously, viscerally in your body, while bleep went on? It's been tough for everybody. Hang on. What are you going into caution for? So check your body. You'll learn to react in such a way that you react and come into presence rather than popping off and going into your head and everything else. What's up, buddies? Everybody's looking a bit weird. And as the habit stabilizes to be here, to be present correctly, it grows. The unconscious mind, which has everything from how to digest, looking after your memories, keeping all those horrible things suppressed so you don't freak out, your fight-flight response, your memory, everything. That's the domain of the unconscious, and that's what you need to train so it resets to that default habit that you had when you were freshly born, when you were a mega learning machine, when you lived in peripheral vision, which is one of the indicators of presence. So here I help teach you how to use your neurology correctly. So all of you is firing here with presence and then the divine. So the basic introductory course here is the correct presence practice course. That's where it gets very specific and helps you see through a lot of the rubbish that keeps people lost. So you can move to this place fairly swiftly. With the correct presence practice course, or indeed the laws of grace, which is much bigger and it covers all the potholes, which most teachers don't talk about, if you don't do it in 5 years, you're in trouble. You will need personal feedback. And the 9-pillar framework will help you figure out why that's not happening for you. Because there are some things you need to take ownership of. Self-honesty and self-responsibility, because it comes down to you. And then the even harder one, the hardest one of the lot, is what I call pillar 8, your blind spots. And we all have them. I've got a really awesome coach and she slams my blind spots in my face every session. Some of them are absolute doozies. So I keep deepening. So can you. So check out the videos. There's 6 pages there on the awakening levels. One is the summary, and then there's the 5 main levels. Well, the 5th one is 5 to 8, the transpersonal, and the 9-pillar framework, and see how what you're doing fits into that or not, and whether it makes sense. Because if it does, then this will work for you. If you like vague ideas and non-dual theories and there is no doer and you're not the sort of person that takes responsibility for your state of consciousness and your state of unconsciousness, then the specifics here will probably annoy you. That's okay. If I say anything that bugs you, then take a look why. Hey sweet, how you doing? Hey? I think this one here is Mr. Jumpy. Isn't it Mr. Jumps, hey? So as I prompt you to practice, to be aware of your body, to notice your breathing, your tummy breathing, actually follow it and see what it does. The actual courses are all practice sessions to help you learn that habit. So you reset your unconscious mind to that place of always being here. It's pretty simple, it's pretty clear, and it removes all the waffle. There is no room for vague stuff. Vague stuff is hypnosis, and people that like the vague stuff don't tend to go very far. Because when you do actually hit the abiding awakening, abiding presence place, proper enlightenment, where it doesn't actually leave you, there is another big process where you settle it so you can handle it through life. And we've all had a lot of that in the last couple of years, eh? My lovely city here has got another 3 weeks of stay-at-home lockdown orders. This is my exercise time. We have the world record for lockdown here in Locktoria, Melbourne. Hey, Mr. Jumps. Hey? So check out more of the videos, look through the website. Coaching is available. Having someone who can coach this level of clarity with you will rocket you. And someone who has this clarity is actually really rare to get hold of. So enjoy the website, make contact. If you have a question, check out the courses. So as part of this framework, Pillar 9 is common sense. So everything that's in this website I also apply to Student Success Tutor, where it's like academic life coaching to help students get their life together, get their brain together, their study routine, and how to succeed in exams and do well in their life. At learnwhispering.com, the Whispering 101 course, which is also quite huge, is how to relate to nature. These are wild. Totally. Hello, Miss Brown. And this is my favourite female cockatoo. You're just a gorgeous honey, aren't you? And I think she's sitting on a nest at the moment. The camera really doesn't show how beautiful she is, but she's got the most stunning red eye. She's got a mottled brown plumage. Come over, honey, so the people can see you. Are you willing to come across? Come across. Come on. It's all about encouragement. Hello, Miss Brown. Are you going to come across? You will. Mr. Jumpy always comes across. So I apply the same framework to help people relate to nature, which is the same skill set as being present. it's 100% the same, because it's always the structure, pillar number 7. And if you follow the structure, then when stuff gets tough or you're not certain, you can follow the structure and trust it regardless of what your head's trying to tell you, because it's specific. So this framework here is pretty bulletproof, because you can use it for tennis, you can use it for business success, academic success. Obviously you can use it to befriend and make friends with totally wild animals, because here's the evidence, which is pillar 3A evidence. Come on, honey. This is the proof that it works. If all the spiritual stuff that's in this website's a bit too much for you, then the Whispering 101 course will be the same, but it's how to relate to animals and learn the basics of presence practice that way. But in 5 years you should have a well and truly nutted and be in the abiding place if you put in the work. It's all about your volitional attention, your conscious volitional attention, free will. Come on, Brown Jr. And when you master how to use that, then your unconscious mind will follow suit, and it will become the habit, just like tying a shoelace, just like driving your car. Enlightenment is actually no different. And as you go through this process, you turn your neurology on. All of your neurology, all of your body, all of your energy systems, all of your esoteric bodies, up to your soul. Hello, Brown Jr. You're doing a beautiful Christy for us, eh? Delightful. So check out some videos. Feel free to make contact. Check out the courses. I'm Jason for AwakenedEssence.com. God, Mr. Brown Jr., you're a bit of a boss, aren't you? No?